Well then, good evening everyone and welcome to Gavra Racing for round number 5, as today we're here for another round here in Weekend League for race 9 and 10, or if you wish, or round 5, but as a whole, as today we're here at a very tricky and twisty-turvy a circuit of the Americas, which people say COTA, mostly at times. We're here in the USA, here in Texas, and it's going to be a very interesting bout here. So let's see how will the drivers go when it comes to lap times. Bez, I believe, has just spun at the exit of the S's. As good evening to everybody who's just joining in. So with me, I believe he's here. It's going to be Low Lion with me for round number 5 here in the Weekend League, and it's good to see him back in the commentary box.
Yeah, thank you very much. We're just on board with a few people at the moment. Not really much going on. A few people in the pits, a few people setting lap time, so not much really going on at the moment.
Yeah, so at the moment, Bearsy at the moment with the fastest lap, with Simon just about 10th back, Skeldog and Mario sharing the second row together, as they'll be looking for a very good result as a team, as well as the driver as well. Mario's doing some laps, but he's around second down. I believe he's on an in lap, it sounds like. So yeah, at the moment, Skeldog and Mario about 1/10 separated from each other, and 500ths separate Leah and Kami. Kishek 7th with Spanel now into the pits, Brown 9th, and now the grid. From DBD to JMPs will have due to set our lap time. Obviously this circuit being super difficult when it comes to invalidation. A lot of corners you can invalidate here in COTA. So yeah, good evening to Gavra, and yes, so the man over here, Mr. Shortbread, can win the title if he manages to get consistent result. I spun because I was testing how far I can go through that corner. Oh, then that is fine. Even if it was a mistake, then I'll be really fine. But we've got Shortbread at the moment, who could win the title here, become a 2-time Weekend League World Champion if he manages to, I believe so, outscore CLM Ferrari, who's not here, by a couple of points. I'm not exactly sure, but I know that Shortbread can win the title here.
Yeah, I've got a quick question for you, 65. Do you know when Season 9 registration is going to be open?
I'm not sure when that will come. I'm not sure when that will be arriving. I'm not sure. It's up to Gavra if he wants to continue, but I'm not really certain about that. But hopefully that it will come. Season 9 will probably come very soon, but we're ending the season very shortly, so registration will slowly be tumbling down, hopefully, but we'll see how will that go. But at the moment now, still DBD, backwards boy now into turn 1, trying to get a time up, as well as Billy Misu trying. Shortbread still not getting a lap, but I don't think the registration's coming yet, but I think it's going to be very near when that is going to happen. So JMB Surreal here, let's see what we can do here in the AlphaTauri. The center helmet on him in the AlphaTauri, so let's see what can he do in the sister Red Bull. Goes a bit deep there into turn 17 or turn 18, now into turn 19, I believe. He does manage to go to the line. He's only 1/10 up on that time, so JMB Surreal at the moment not doing very good when it comes to his form in the Premier Series. At one point leading the Grand Prix very comfortably from Castengel, our reigning new Premier Series champion, 2 in a row, as he's going to cut the whole track because really doesn't matter. I believe he's going now into the pits. It might just be out of fuel. So let's see what can Kishek do into now the S's, one of the most difficult sections on the entire game because of how much the rears just go off, and also how much you can go over the track there. Somehow does not invalidate just at the innermost end part of the S section. Now we exit with Kishek out of the S section pretty nicely. Backwards Boy has made a very good jump into P2 low line. That's a very nice lap, 300 down on Bezzy.
Yeah, nice lap from Backwards Boy. I think Simon Apex has probably got a bit more time in him, depends on whether he invalidates or not, but there's quite a long time left in the session, so I have a feeling a lot of people will improve on their laps and further better them.
Yeah, so as Gavra is saying there, chat is pretty quiet as always, but hopefully we'll have some more people coming. Good evening to Tabby Dubdex. Good evening to you. So
I do believe, oh no, actually, I don't believe Fort Backwards Boy was around, but he was just going a little bit slowly.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. But oh, someone slowly Backwards Boy.
Billy Misu. Oh, that's a lap.
And that's Billy Misu there, just at the kind of a Turkey turn 7 and 8 section. The actual circuit directors said they want to make kind of corners similar to some tracks, like for example turn 7 and 8 for Turkey, and then a heavy braker zone, I believe turn 3 or turn 4, or the hairpin at turn 10. I'm not sure either one of those, but
there's another one around, I think.
But Skeldog at the but yeah, just seeing there, Skeldog going fast by about 3/10, so very decent lap there from the Mercedes, and he's going to try and look to maybe do better.
He did well. Did the Mercedes to get that lap in? Did very, very well, to be fair to him. But like I said, Simon the Apex and that will probably be looking to improve by a fair margin. I think they probably can improve by that margin, but it'll be interesting to see how much and whether they can sneak pole position away from Skeldog.
Yes, so definitely right. So Simon at Apex now into this he doesn't manage to cut the curb, but he can gain so much time. 4/10 down at the moment for the Dutchman in the Alpine, and he was very, very on course to win that home race, but unfortunately luck was just not on his side. But just looking at the chart. Good evening to Remy Ashwin. Good evening to you, and yeah, don't talk to me about Jeddah, there's just too much to say.
Simon that Apex is in the wall!
At the pit lane, yeah.
Oh god.
I was on board with him low line, and basically just outbroke himself, and just hit the wall there. Very unfortunate for the Dutch driver, but very, very good luck there that the tyre didn't pop out of the LP, because if he did, then it would be super unfortunate. Mario, I believe he's abandoned his lap. Yes, he has.
Oh, Brown was round.
Oh, Brown is round.
Was
round, so...
Got front wing damage.
Yes, he does.
Is he gonna do what Simon at Apex did?
Oh, nope. No.
Well, whilst we're waiting for some people to be on laps, what did we think of Jeddah then?
I'm gonna tell that was one of the most chaotic races. And...
Oh, Mario's overshot the pit lane there.
Ooh.
Oh man.
Well, a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people are encountering some issues there. Billy Mason going slow at the Turkey section. As I call it, the Turkey section. The Turkey 7 Turkey 878 section, because it's kind of pretty much made because of that. But yeah, good evening to all 12 people here. But yeah, just quickly talk about Jeddah. Jeddah was just one of a kind, really interesting, but really unfortunate for Red Bull. I believe they are still just about in the constructors' fight. But the most important part is that Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen are equal on points, and that was just super crazy, especially with the let going collision that was between them. That was very big, as well as other stuff. Really big collisions, but hopefully it will be much more cleaner into Abu Dhabi. But what I know is it's going to be foot to the floor for that round, because they're equal on points. Whoever scores more points, even one more point, will get the win, the fastest lap, as somewhat not the fastest lap, the championship, unless it's that's someone going pretty slow. I believe that was Cami. Oh no, it's not Cami. Cami actually going through the final call. Let's see what can the Aston Martin do. Really been good on form here. Let's see what can he do. He does.
I have a feeling we're going to have a glitch though with Cami.
Yes, definitely, but hopefully not. As R. Peters invited, I believe R. Peters made a mistake. He's cutting our entire double right-hand section.
That's going to give him some worn tires for his lap. That's not helpful. Bazzy.
Yeah, bit of traffic there for a backwards boy. The Alfa Romeo is not going to like that, but still, he's still about 2/10 up on his time. So, if he manages lap 30, it could have affected him. Let's see, crosses the line, but that is the fastest lap by 1/10, or 99,000 as Bezzy now about to turn his lap. Let's go on board with the Haas driver. So into turn 1, brake just after the black box, and now just get the car nice rotated, get the throttle pinned, as now we're going to go against one of the hardest sections on the entire game, to be fair. But now just using all the curb, using all the runoff, now cutting in there as well as cutting here. Make sure you get a pretty wide line into this left right, but it goes a bit too much on the outside of the curb, outside of the curb, and that is going to invalidate. Oh, and that's Shortbread going to third fastest, but just about by 8 milliseconds. Is ahead of Bezzy. Simon, that Apex is on the lap. Let's see what he can do for the Dutchman. He's 2/10 down at the moment, so not looking good for him. But it's all not over. There's still one more sector. A lot of time could be gained, and this lap cutting in there at the kind of one of those heavier braking zones on this circuit there. The rear tire is going to be absolutely boiling at this point, and now just one more corner to go for the Dutchman. Simon, that Apex, let's see what can he do through the final corner. Nicely pinned down, but it's 1/10 up, but it's not good enough to move up or down position. But he's gone certainly close in striking distance of Bezzy. Bezzy now through the final corner. He's going to start another lap. I believe he's got a bit too wide, and that's going to give him next lap invalidation. That is correct. Skeldog now is on a lap. Let's go aboard with him here for a lap. Oh no, that's Bezzy! What on earth is Bezzy doing? And Bezzy, I'm not sure. Skeldog was doing the flyer, and then Bezzy out of nowhere comes across Skeldog, and
Bezzy's retired. That's his AI.
I'm not sure, it might be his II, but that looks very close. Simon Apex still on a lap. He's not invalidated here, low line. Let's see what can he do here on the back straight now. So super crucial here to get the exit. Absolutely spots on here as some drive. Now the checkered flag falls. And now we're going to go and see Simon Apex sets the purple middle sector, but it's just a 10th up. He gone a bit too deep there, bit too. The rear stepping out there for a moment as Simon Apex still going. He's trying everything here to maybe stick this on pole. His good friend or good compatriot Max Verstappen in real life took pole position, and he is a Dutchman. Can another Dutchman take pole position here in the weekend league? No, by 200ths of a second. He fails to manage to improve or not, but that, unless Geldon can do something about it, but he's invalidated, and he can't do anything about it as qualifying's just ended. So unless DBD can
Cammy's
improve
gonna have
here,
a glitch. I mean, Cammy's gonna have a glitch. Cammy is gonna have a glitch. So we best tell him to retire because he's gonna have a glitch. Watch, he's gonna start a lap here. Because he joined mid-quali, we have a glitch, so we're gonna have to tell Cammy to retire.
Yep. I'm not sure. It might be a glitch or not, but
That's definitely a glitch.
then I've got some confirmation there, so thank you for that. But yeah, it was AI. Okay, that is fine. But if that was DBD stepping up to go seventh fastest, just about minimally ahead of Liam there. So DBD up to P7, but very close between third and sixth, as a very interesting between them. But it's gonna be backwards boy sticking it on pole position. Skeldog could have maybe done something about it if it wasn't for himself and Bearsy with the AI incident. But it's gonna be backwards boy on pole position here again, and when he is on pole, he either drops down or retires, which is a very quick fact. He's not won a race here this season, I believe. But yeah, Shortbread is in very good hands to take the championship this round. In the weekend championship, he can take 2 championships here.
Oh, can we tell Cammy to retire, please? We'll be here all night.
Yeah, definitely, but...
Look, the time remaining is stuck on 0.001 or whatever it is.
Mine's on 1 minute and 6 seconds. As now we've got now we've got the whole
AI.
Now some of the grids here.
Like Nikita Mazepin, Sergio Perez, Kimi Raikkonen, Esteban Ocon, Carlos Sainz. So Cammy, if you could retire, please, it'd be absolutely lovely. Ow. Good name though.
Yeah, definitely, but yeah, Camry now going into the pits, and we should be going back to racing, but yeah, just quickly looking at the job. Yeah, back is just the king of quality. I always have a feeling I am super quick at quality, but the race pace is just not on my side at times. I was kind of thinking maybe I should take a shot and see how the weekend league comes, but I was like, yeah,
that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, maybe I was thinking about it, but maybe commentary was probably necessary to do so. So I was like, okay, that's fine, absolutely fine by me. I'll just do commentary and that'll be fine. But yeah, that's gonna be backwards boys sticking on pole. Now this time is stuck to 0.01, so I'm probably at your state. But yeah, we're now gonna be waiting. It's gonna be like for a couple of seconds, Gavra. Just in case, make sure you get another lobby ready. Just in case, because you never know. It's
you're gonna have to. You've got to tell him to retire, otherwise it's just not.
Yeah,
it's never gonna
Cammy needs
end.
to retire. Yeah, it doesn't say he's crossed the checker flag. We're gonna be sitting here for minutes now.
Yeah, he's sitting in the pits. We've been sitting here for like 3 minutes.
Yep. Yep, just gotta tell him. But this now gives us a chance to read the driver's standings. So, oh, well, I think we've got it. We don't make a new lobby, Gavra. Do not, because the session has been ended.
Legends.
But yeah, this is the grid for the race. Low line.
What's an absolute legend? It Should I run through or?
Yeah, you can run through it, absolutely.
Right then, for the first 25 percenter, it is Backwards Boy, who is first with a 1 minute 31.8 scale dog in P2. 1/10 off of him, or to be precise, 0.99 of a tenth. Shortbread in P3, the current championship leader. Bears in P4, Simon the Apex, the Dutchman in P5, Mario P6, DBD P7. Liam P8, Cammy P9, the two Scotsmen taking some of the lowest points positions there, but obviously it's qualifying, so it doesn't really matter. They can make it up in the race. The Polish of Kisek takes P10 in the Williams. Arpita takes P11, so he's going to have that free choice of tyre. That could prove pivotal here for the United States Grand Prix, or as people like to call it, Circuit of the Americas. Shorting, that's Kota. Spaniel P12, Brown P13, JMB Surreal P14, and Billy Misu takes P15. So there it is then, the grid for the race in the USA.
Yeah, and that is gonna be the grid for the race. So let's gonna have a quick insight of how the championship looks in the driver's standings. So it's gonna be something as well as over Kota, but Shortbread with P1 in the McLaren with 145 points, and the lowest position Shortbread has finished in is second, which is just absolutely mind-blowing. So the highest position he had was only first and second position. He has not been lower than second, which is super surprising and very impressive from the British driver. CM Ferrari with 85 points, Mario 78 points in third, Matza fourth with 61 points, Bearsy fifth with 52, Billy Misu sixth with 40 points, and then we've got Skeldog with 36 in 7th, Simon at Apex with 32 in 8th, Bacchus Boy at the moment 3 streak of DNF, so hopefully that will come to an end here in the US Grand Prix, as he's got 28 points in P9 in the driver's standings, and James Bissell rounds out the top 10 in the championship with 24 points in the AlphaTauri, so in 10th. So the constructor standings, this is how it stands when it comes to teams here. So McLaren with 162 points in first, Mercedes second with 114 points, Alpine and Ferrari having a bit of a fight here. Sim Ferrari and Ben Roberts versus Mats and Simon at Apex with 93 points to Alpine and 85 to Ferrari, and then Bacchus Boy and Billy Misu in the Alfa Romeo. I know Billy Misu is not in the Alfa Romeo, but still counts as points to the Alfa Romeo team. But yeah, and then we've got just a quick rundown again. So Alfa Romeo with 5th, Haas was 6th, AlphaTauri 7th, Aston Martin 8th, Red Bull 9th, and then Williams just 1 point between them, which is absolutely very, which is not, but oh, we've got a sub coming and I didn't see that, so thank you very much for Mr. Shortbread, I believe. Thank you, yeah, saying good to see you back, Lowline, you are both great, so thank you for that, but thank you for the sub, 3 months at the moment. Yeah, but here we go for the race start. Yeah, and Skeldog and Shortbread did get disqualified, so Shortbread could be on set for the title this race, possibly. But you never know, anything can happen on that 2021 season in real life. That is how it's said, and let's see how well this race go, Low Lion.
So yes, indeed. Let's hope for a clean and good race start with some decent action. I'm going to hand it back over to Dex5 for Lights Out.
So, Lights Out coming very shortly here. Obviously, the desync bug is not here. The grid's going to rumble up, but here we go now. The lights are going to count down. It's going to be lights out, and away we go. Backwards boy gets a decent start there. Skeldog not getting a very good start. Shortbread gets a flyer of a start 4 wide into turn 1 between our Peter and Brown. Is a bit of collision, and that is our Peter down out of the running. Bearsy as well, spinning out their contact galore at the start of this US Grand Prix. Shortbread super close to Backwards boy at the moment. That is Brown and DBD having a very good fight. DBD down to 9th now from 7th on the grid. Not good start for him. Billy Misu barges his way through. DBD down to 10th. Not a good start. Not what we wanted for the Scottish driver in Red Bull. But at the moment, everyone off nice and clean. DBD. No, Billy Misu trying to go down the inside. As he made big bit of contact with Brown, and Brown seals himself up to P8. Bearsy now trying to fight back after his spin. He's going to use the ERS as Spanner also has a substream. But here goes now into 10. It's going to be 3 wide, and Bearsy's going to try and go round the outside, but he can't get the move nicely stuck in, and he's going to stay behind Spannel. Our Spannel gets a very big tank slapper, and Bearsy capitalises the opportunity and goes up to B12. Cammy and
Backwards boy!
No front wing.
No, he's definitely got a front wing. He's round. Yes.
Wow.
No.
That is so unfortunate, and I always say that the pole is a curse for the Pakistan driver, but still it is remaining as a curse. I'm not sure what happened to Backwards boy. He might have lost it because the rear temperatures are kind of
contact. Massive contact. What is happening here? They're ghosted for me.
What on earth is happening?
What has just happened there then?
So Bearsy went into our Peter, they both like
and
went
just
airborne for a second.
Glided through.
Yeah, Billy Misha getting ahead of Brown. I believe Brown made a
Here comes DVD. DVD's gonna go for the move on Brown.
And here he goes now, low line then, but Bearsy's still there. And now he's going to try and capitalise the opportunity. He might go for double overtake here. At the straight, DBD can't see him there. Bit of contact between DBD and Bearsy, but Bearsy, here he comes now. Brown moving
double overtake with ease.
Yes, the overtake, double overtake with ease. Yeah, going round the outside. Maybe, but no switch back or anything for him, but he barged his way through. Brown and DBD making more contact, and there's a lot of contact, and a lot of contact.
What a send from Brown on DBD. He's really gone for that. Well, that's a good send, but all of a sudden, DBD lagged a little bit there. All of a sudden, that's really put Bearsy back into the conversation, trying to reel in Billy Misu, and there's contact behind with Arpita and Spannel. There's going to be a move into turn 1 from, I think, Arpita probably, but Spannel is using his ERS. There's going to be a move down the inside. I think we can see a little bit more contact here. Is there going to be a bit more contact? They've actually done really well. Contact. They did pretty well. They did pretty well to avoid it, but they did make a bit of contact. And now Kisiak is going to go at Spannel. No, he's not. Arpita has a poor S-section. That could mean Spannel gets... Mario has gone round, actually, unfortunately for him. But let's go on board with Skeldog then. For a brief second, he's going to breeze past Shortbread like he's not even there. It's a comfortable move for the Mercedes driver, and he could just breeze away now for the rest of the race, have a dominant one. But he has got penalties after all, so is he just going to pull away with ease, or is he going to struggle? And here comes Spannel, actually. Sorry if I'm not really letting you commentate that much, but Spannel is really close with Arpita, and it's just been such an action-packed race. It's very interesting.
Yes, Arpita getting past that, and some incident I think gone on there, but Cammy, Oliver, Liam in P4. That is very good for the McLaren
Oh, there was definitely contact there with DBD and Brown. I think Brown's actually got a lack of front wing capability. I'm really not sure. Let me just have a look. No, his front wing does look fine, but he really struggled through that right. Oh, and that's Jamie Surreal.
Into the pits. Oh no, that's Mario into the pits there. I think he might have some front wing damage, but here goes now. Going to be nearly 3 right into turn 1. That was super close, but
no contact.
No contact at the moment. But good evening to Piero. As you're witnessing, absolutely great racing. Cami's just all over Liam. Just seeing Cami just displaying that form.
But we're going to talk about Cami once Shortbread repasses Skeldog. I think it's going to be
here he goes.
Yeah, well, he does go for the move with DRS. It's going to be another breeze. But there we have it then.
Yeah, so yeah.
No, you go. Go for it.
That's fine, but yeah, Shortbread getting past there. It might just be an endless cycle here, Low Lion, and I was just about thinking it might just be a cycle like this, but obviously Skeldog's going to fight as much as he can.
Sorry. I'm just looking with the Spanel and Arbiter battle. There goes Spanel. Oh, that's massive contact. There goes Arbiter. That's a dodgy move from Spanel there, in my opinion. There's no way that was ever going to work. He actually, hold on a minute, Skeldog is passing Shortbread into turn 1. Is Skeldog going to go deep, and is Shortbread going to go for the switchback? He can't quite put it off, and Cami has gone at Liam, and I think Cami's going to get the move done round the outside. It's a Kimi Räikkönen, a Fernando Alonso situation, but Cami does have to back out, unfortunately, there.
Yeah, so Liam defended from all his might for P4, and yeah, Cami's form was just skyrocketed. But remember, Billy Misu is all behind this action. But yeah, Shortbread now gonna have another chance with DRS to the back straight now. Shortbread's gonna try and fight here for the lead. Skeldog will have to be defend. I'm just talking about endless cycles like this. Here comes Shortbread out. Skeldog tries to defend to the inside, but Skeldog trying to dance around the outside.
That's nice.
Shortbread gives enough space. Shortbread does give enough space for Skeldog to run, but great racing from the pair of them. Shortbread still down.
Billy Misu and Cami are actually side by side. I know there's a battle for the lead, but I think Skeldog's probably got that actually. Yeah, so Cami, Billy Misu, almost a little bit of contact with Cami, but Cami has actually dropped back a position, unfortunately.
Yes, as Mario and Bacchus Boy having a battle here. Bacchus down into P15 and last here.
Cami almost had a moment sending him into the pit lane there. And has actually now been passed by Bearsy. There's yellow flags.
There's yellow flags there, after that. I don't think they were necessary yellow flags. As it does happen sometimes. Simon at Apex and Billy Misu having a battle here. Not Simon at Apex. Liam and Billy Misu. Billy Misu jumps up to 4th in the Ferrari. Billy Misu doing a very good job at the moment. They get a 3-second time penalty there. And jumps over the sausage curbs, and that could maybe damage the floor of the car, but he might have a bit of damage or something. As Mario Bacchus Boy and Bacchus Boy trying to lock to the inside of Mario, but can't quite do so. Here goes Shortbread for another round. It's going to be probably round 6, round 3 or 4. Here goes maybe
Don't think he's got enough,
but I don't think he's got the straight like the overspeed to get past Skeldog here. Skeldog is through, still into the lead of this US Grand Prix. But looking at the track real quick, yeah, like Tabby said, yeah, exactly. How crazy Jeddah was. That is just going to be. But yeah, obviously we'll talk about that on course after the race finishes. It was just absolutely crazy, and yeah, Tabby's just speaking pretty much facts. Yeah, so much virtual safety.
Skeldog, we had a fake. Skeldog faked it.
Skeldog tried to fake Shortbread there.
That's probably cost him time, actually.
Really interesting tactics there. Bacchus Boy getting past Mario Bay. Here goes now Shortbread, maybe on Skeldog, but he stays behind for the time being. as now we've got Simon, the Apex, and Liam, as well as DBD, Bearsy as well into the pits, as well as Kishek into the pits, and anyone else joining him? I don't think so. And we've got some drivers now making a final stop, so let's see DBD making a stop to the medium tyres, Red Bull crew there. Nice stop from them, and all the record-breaking fastest pit stop crew, as some people chatter about. But anyway, here goes maybe Shortbread here on the back straight here,
I
though.
think
And
he's
once
close
again,
enough this time.
definitely close enough. DRS is open here. DRS is used. What else do you need? You've got the slipstream, you've got DRS, and also the overtake button to use. It's all what you need. As Skeldog tries to dance around the outside once again, and they're going to be side by side as I kind of do a stroll there.
Oh, that
And
was a squeeze.
Skeldog squeezes Shortbread outside the track, and he forces him off entirely.
Yeah.
But Skeldog stays ahead for the time being. They're battling super hard.
Here comes Bearsy though. Bearsy's going to make the move on Liam. Sorry for interrupting you there, but Bearsy
Yep.
breezes past Liam with the DRS. But Liam, what a send from the McLaren driver. Oh, easy switchback.
Bearsy with a switchback.
Is it an easy switchback?
Yeah, definitely, but Bearsy trying to
Round
dance to the outside, but Liam keeps it ahead. What a time! Of kind of a Verstappen-esque dive. That was a very, very brave send, and he done that very nicely. Backwards boy and Mario having a nice battle here. The two leaders provisionally were leaders fighting here, jostling for position here. Mario, the backwards boy, having a very good fight. Billy Misu, and I believe Billy Misu coming into the pits for medium tyres. JMB Surreal now up to P4, still due to pit. Is the AlphaTauri drivers, Liam, Bearsy.
Bearsy, mate.
Oh, that is a very big crash, and that could have forced a safety car. Yes, this is.
Bearsy, mate. Oh, that's dodgy, you know.
And look at Skeldog. This is going to be a ticket to absolute the lead to snatch the lead from Shortbread. This is going to be an absolutely it's going to be a very early Christmas present for him, as obviously it's in a couple of days it's going to be Christmas, and this is a very early one, and this is going to help Skeldog very, very close. But yeah, no, the same. Gavra's getting flashbacks, but this is also going to help JMB Surreal Spanel, so the two Alpha Towers are going to be climbing pretty high up. It's also going to be a lifesaver for Mario and Backwards Boy, who recently were faced with mistakes. This race is super interesting. I was going to get even more, and now Skeldog will dive into the pits, but the big question is, will Shortbread get ahead? But I don't think it will. He's going extremely slow. Skeldog will have a fresh set of medium tyres and will go out on the racetrack in the race lead, and that might have just saved his race. Oh, Backwards Boy! Drive for penalty for speeding under the safety car. Safety car Delta, and that's not going to help him at all. And he can't serve that under the safety car, so that means he's got to serve at the end of the race. So that's going to be a big hurt. As yes, he thinks that he can, but he cannot, I believe, unless if I'm absolutely having a banter. But some drivers now into the pits. JMB Surreal, obviously, that as Backwards Boy retires from the session, his race is done and dusted, and they're 4 DNFs in a row. And now we hope it won't be 5 for the next one, as Backwards Boy joins Cami in the retirees section. But Skeldog's going to be leading here under the safety car, the red CrowdStrike safety car, and we'll see how we'll go from there. So James through up to P6. Billy Muse's done a nice climb. Simon Apex will have a chance to attack again. Pretty quiet race from the Dutchman. Not too much action going on from him there, just managing the pace. And all looks on course for opponent. But obviously we've got Billy Misu, Mario, JMB Surreal, Kishek obviously going with no penalties at the moment, and I'm not sure what happened to Cami and Bearsy, because some very big contact happened, and then Hellblade broke loose, and Cami, who's been such good form, is out of this Grand Prix. So
Bearsy sort of turned into Cami. In my opinion, from what I saw, it looks like Bearsy literally turned in.
So that might get investigated then from the stewards back as well leaves the session, but a very good chance that that could get investigated from the stewards, from the Gavra stewards team if Cammy wishes to investigate that. I'm not sure what our Peter's doing because I believe he overtook DVD under the safety car. DVD will happily take that place back, but now some drivers now are arriving now to the queue of the safety car here now. It's going to be a very interesting restart here. It's just got about 5 laps to go, or 6 laps to go in a couple of seconds. It will be now 5 laps to go, and we're going to see how well this one goes. Shortbread at the moment provisionally is going to win this race. Billy Musa P2, Mario P3. If it ends up like this, we'll have a quick look at Shortbread's warning. So Shortbread, it's going very clean, no warnings for the British driver. Simon at Apex, obviously with the penalty. Billy Meeson, 1 warning to his name. So, Billy Meeson and Shortbread have only 1 warning total between the pair of them. So, very good, clean from them, as obviously it's very easy to get a penalty, but some drivers learn to try and make the best of it. Obviously, you can win the race in penalties. Even if somebody in the lead has like around 30 seconds of penalties, you still might win the race if you're even like 30 seconds behind or something. But that Cam says these things happen, but I spun into him, so I spun into him and I feel so bad. Cam says these things happen, I'm spun into him, so oh, he spun into him. Oh, so it might be a racing incident then. If Bearsy lost then it'd probably go down as a racing incident, or maybe mostly Bearsy's fault. I'm not sure what's going to happen with that, but hopefully Bearsy will have a very good race from there. But yeah, hello to all 16 people. Good evening to all of you. And obviously, if you're watching, this man could be crowned champion if he manages to get the races in the workstation and manages to get the championship to McLaren's hands. And obviously the Constructors' Championship can be won by McLaren as well, but obviously it'll be very close to see how will that go. But the safety car is in the slap low line, and we're going to see Skeldog go very soon.
Yes, so Skeldog will be going very soon. It'll be interesting to see when the man goes, because I think it's going to be a tight restart depending on who does get the best restart. So I'm going to hand it back over to you, Xify, and I'll be right back. I just need to go somewhere really quickly. Actually, he's gone. Sorry, I might have to do the restart then. I'm so sorry. But Skeldog has gone, which means Shortbread has now actually got a gap and could be under pressure from Simon. That's Apex. Is Simon the Apex going to look for the move down the inside into turn 1? Yes, he is. Or is he? Does he think better of it? He does think better of it. He sort of backs out. And it's Kishak almost making the move on Bearsy, or does Bearsy remake the move on him, Liam, and she makes the move on Kishak. Oh, it's been a decent restart here. Skeldog did go unexpectedly, but it's proved that that was the best way to do it. So there you have it, and there was your safety car restart. I'm so sorry that I did not realise he would go as soon as I was talking.
Definitely, but Brown has 22 seconds of penalties, so certainly yeah, he's the second when it comes to penalties. Oh, Liam and Bearsy there, bit of a collision.
Oh, Bearsy almost went. Good save, to be fair from him.
But yeah, here goes. Maybe Bearsy on Liam, I think.
Mario could look for a move on Billy Mizu. No, he thinks better of it. Smart from Mario.
So yeah, Mario stays behind Billy Mizu, but Skeldog, really good restart from him. He's done a very good restart. Shortbread's trying to do something about it, but he knows if he manages to stay in the 3 seconds of Skeldog, he will get the race win. And I believe maybe the championship, I'm not sure. But at the moment he's got 60 points to himself and Ciala Ferrari. And I believe if Shortbread wins this race, he is going to be the champion. I'm not exactly sure. If Gavra confirm, I think I will be happy with that. But here goes Mario now, maybe on Jamie Stroll on the medium tyres. Mario down to P7 now. We get pushed off the track. Brown now with the NFs in the pit lane. Fortunate for him. But the penalties he has suffered, 22 seconds, very big. Bearsy trying to look for Mario, bit slow, but obviously the softs working a dream for JMB Cyril. JMB Cyril can actually get the podium here.
Nice. Sorry, I'm gonna have to be back at the very end of this race. So sorry.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. So we've got around 3 laps to go here, and JMB Cyril is in a big shot. Again, Billy Misu here. JMB Cyril has an excellent slipstream, but they keep holding the ERS button. But I think JMB Cyril is gonna stay just about behind, and yeah, Brown finds a safe spot to park, but. All we know that JMB Cyril is pressurizing Billy Misu here into a mistake. JMB Cyril is looking everywhere he can. The AlphaTauri driver looking for something to work here, low line, and he could be a very interesting one. Oh, that's Billy Misu. That's a massive hit to the wall, and he lost the rear there. Wow. That is a massive crash, and that is going to rule Billy Misu pretty much just ahead of Billy Misu. Super unfortunate. Liam and JMB Cyril having a battle here. JMB Cyril is now down into P5, but Liam has penalties. So unfortunate for Billy Misu. As Kishak into the pits, but Billy Misu, so unfortunate. He still can't get the points if he doesn't get a penalty, but it's the penultimate lap of the night Grand Prix now. Thus Simon trying to get in the DRS of Shortbread, which he can. He's just about in that DRS by about 7/10, just about. So now we know that Simon will have a bit of overtaking assistance if he manages to try and get past Shortbread. But our Peter now in a very big chance of getting past Mario here. Here he goes, our Peter to the inside of Mario. Very simple move from the Portuguese driver, our Peter, and the Spaniard behind him. Now pressurized by a Bearsy behind, he is just sniffing around Mario and seeing if he can try and make a very good move. It's going to be very interesting. Someone spun it, and that is going to be Liam after doing such a fine race. Now he's going to be dropping down to P10, and he loses the rear. That's him hitting the wall, and just showing there the rear around the circuit are so crucial. As now Mario will have the DRS on Peter, but Peter's just slowly edging away even more. As his yellow flags at turn 8 at the penultimate corner, that is Liam with no front wing. And that's Liam now into the pits for a front wing change. And here we are on the final lap. Skeldog will look to take the checkered flag, but Shortbread, unless he gets a penalty, he's going to win this race and I believe become champion. But yeah, JMB Cyril really on the pace here, and he's going to take P2. And that is someone retiring in the pit lane. That's Liam there. Such a good race from him. But now 4 retirees in this Grand Prix. As Simon at Apex might have a chance on Shortbread, but it looks like it's not going to be Simon at Apex getting past Shortbread. He's just so far behind Shortbread here. And Shortbread is super close behind. Skeldog. Shortbread's catching up slowly, so maybe you might see an attack maybe from Shortbread, but it's just very low chance of that happening. As Shortbread trying to maybe make a move or surprise Skeldog, but just a second behind, not gonna happen for him. But Skeldog, he's done a very good race, but unfortunately the penalties are not gonna help him, and he's gonna take, I believe, third. Shortbread, Skeldog will take the checkered flag, but Shortbread wins the US Grand Prix. Skeldog takes second, and actually JMB Cyril does not get the podium position.
JMB, that's unfortunate for JMB.
Okay, but Skeldog second. so I think this man, Mr. Shortbread, for
Nice.
another time, two-time champion here in the Weekend League. Round of applause to the British driver. I'm not sure if it's confirmed, but Gavra said that apparently he's won the championship.
Nice.
But congratulations to him, and yeah, really lucky. Yeah, sorry about the incident, Cammy, but hopefully you will go go on for a very good race. But Shortbread is your Weekend League World Champion. Just another domination. Maybe someone stand the challenge for him, but this man has absolutely denied, and he's done a race season basically of just dominance for him. He's done a race which is just called something, and he's gonna be two-time world champion, and that is, I believe, another champion crowned. I believe it's the second champion we've crowned at Kota, and Shortbread is one of them, and also Heblerino is also one of them. But yeah, Skeldog saying, can we just talk about that restart? Yeah, that restart was really good. You were 1.2 seconds ahead of Shortbread into turn 1, but Shortbread takes the win, and your new Weekend League World Champion. We maybe said that he might not take the win in the championship, but he's absolutely denied us. Takes P1, Skeldog P2, Simon at Apex rounds off the podium. JMB Surreal takes P5, and James Street takes P4, and you can run down the rest of the grid low line if you can. But
So yeah, I can. I can probably get top 10. No, I probably can't actually. Sorry.
as I've
Random question though.
Yes?
Sexify. Do you know anywhere that does good Alpine F1 merch?
Good Alpine F1 match. I'm not sure, but probably at the Alpine website there'll probably be some. I'm not sure, but obviously there will be some obviously at the F1 website, because that's the only way I know there is. But there'll obviously be some discounts, but for that. But at F1 website is probably the what note they'll go. But yeah, so now actually managed to capture the whole grid. And yeah, so we got our Peter taking 5th, Mario 6th, Bearsy 7th, DBD 8th, Spanel 9th, Bilimisu running off the top 10 with Kishek, and then the retirees are sadly Liam, Brown, Backwards Boy, and Liam, Backwards Boy, no, and who was it? Cammy, oh yeah, obviously Cammy retiring, but that is going to be the first race, so hang on in there, ladies and gentlemen. There's going to be another race coming, and we're going to see how will that one go. So
We had a little sneeze, but we're alright.
great statement P4 there from JMB Surreal, takes a fantastic 12 points for the team, and he's going to be certainly proud of that. Congratulations to JMB Surreal, and this is now going to be going for a one-shot quali, and that's going to be guided by Mr. Lowline, who's probably going to go
Yes,
obviously
indeed.
on board with Shortbread or whoever he picks.
Shortbread.
But
It's definitely going to be Shortbread.
they've got confirmation. But anyway, Lowline's going to take the onboard and the position, and he's going to go with the onboard of Kota with Shortbread to see how can he do with the outskirts of Texas. Let's see. How will one of the most popular venues attended, 400,000 people, how will Mr. Shortbread do? Your current world champion still defending that championship. Can he maybe go into season 9 unbeaten? We'll see. But obviously that is pretty too far to predict. So we've got Mr. Lowline taken on board with Shortbread very shortly, but obviously let's now talk very quickly about Jeddah. So Jeddah,
Yeah.
just an absolute, sorry there for banging, but that was just one of a kind of a race. I'm absolutely surprised. The penalties, I think they're kind of a mafia kind of what if you mean by that, it's Mercedes. Mercedes and FIA, so FIA being with Mercedes on Mercedes' side.
No.
that's what I'm talking. But yeah, GG, and yeah, fantastic to see that this is happening. But obviously, hopefully, Max and Lewis will race cleanly, but aggressively and absolutely on the limit. But obviously, going into Abu Dhabi, obviously the new layout at Abu Dhabi is going to be very unpredictable to see how will that one go. Obviously, we've got one of the slowest corners on the circuit out of the way, and obviously Mercedes are pretty weak in the low speed corners, but they're very good on the high speed. Obviously, they're straight on that. But anyway, a non-board is incoming here for Shortbread. And
Is
here we go.
indeed. Once I can get to him, there we have it. I'm finally on board with Shortbread then. Here he comes, heading into turn 1 for the McLaren driver. Heads into turn 1, he's got to clip the apex, get over the curb maybe a tiny little bit, exactly like I would do on my time trial lap or qualifying lap in any league I race in. Then coming through the S section, you want to try your best to keep it pinned through here. You might have to do a little lift off, little bit of brake input there from Shortbread. Looks pretty clean so far. J&B Cyril and Arpit are looking pretty decent as well. Shortbread then rounds the first sector. It was purple indeed, and he is still first. Here he comes and is heading into this semi-hairpin. It is a hairpin corner. Is braking as late as possible. Clip the curb a little bit there and exit. Very clean exit for Shortbread. This lap is looking very wonderful here, and he's looking very, very clean. Is now going to come into another hairpin corner. So many hairpins at this track, it's unbelievable. Like 5, I think. Into this hairpin corner. Take that curve, lovely, and then heading into another semi-hairpin corner. Brakes, clip the curb, every inch of the track on the exit, taking a wider line, then coming straight back in. It's almost like what Lewis Hamilton did at Jeddah today to try and force Max Verstappen the long way round. Here comes Shortbread then coming through these triple apex corners like Turkey almost. Turn 8 to, I think that's what it's called, turn 8 anyway. Shortbread then rounds the final corner. It looks like he's going to take pole position. Is he going to take it opening the DRS? Yes, he is, with a 1 minute 31.9, 4 tenths ahead of his nearest rival. Lovely lap from him.
So Shortbread is on pole position again, and that is just a statement for him. So it's going to be a all British 1-2 with Shortbread P1, with Skeldog P2 about 3 tenths behind, with Simon at Apex 3rd, Liam 4th, fantastic from him. Then we've got Billy Misu 5th, Cami, Jamie Bisura, Peter Kishek, and Bearsy round off the top 10, and then we've got Brown and Spaniel with valid lap times, but Mario DBD, the only ones who have not set a time, which is valid. So that's going to be the grid rounded off. This is going to be a very interesting race to come. So yeah, as Bearsy saying that he spun on the final corner, which is super unfortunate for the Haas driver. So here we come into the race, and yeah, so strategy as always is going to be soft to medium, but yeah, low line trying to beg for rain to come at USA, but there's going to be a dry path to hope. Let's see, to the end of the race, maybe a dry path, but my mind top 10 could have good tires. Not sure, maybe don't know, but anyway, so yeah, that's gonna be qualifying. So now into the race here, 14 laps once again for the US Grand Prix. So let's see how will this one go, and let's see how will the racing be. Hopefully it'll be as intense as last time. But here we go for the formation lap.
Yeah, just got a quick question. Can I do lights out, or should you do it and see what the main commentator after all?
You can do lights out. That is, if you are comfortable doing it, so you can absolutely do that. That will be fine.
Thank you very much.
So we've got Shortbread here from pole position here, and he's gonna try and lead the line into turn 1, which obviously is pretty wide turn 1, and obviously can take a lot and obviously the safest route is to the outside because you can just go super deep into there and be out of trouble. But the biggest surprise was Liam into P4, surprisingly. So Liam's doing a very good job at the moment. Mario is going to have to look to go for a great strategy and a great race. Spaniel and DPD are the only ones on the medium tyres, as the rest of the grid are on the soft tyres. Jamie, so let's see what can he do. But Cammy's just ramping up when it comes to his raw form. The form of him is just absolutely astonishing, and let's see, can he continue with that? Billy Misu now into the top 5 now, so let's see what can a Ferrari do. Liam P4 and then Time P3, Skeldog and Shawbread sharing the front row, and this is going to be a very interesting race. So I'm going to hand you guys over to Lowline for the race start to this US Grand Prix. Let's see how will that go, but it's going to be a very chaotic one. Make sure you get ready because this one is going to be an interesting one. Hopefully it won't be massive collisions, but maybe just a little bit of collisions, but not too serious and too vile, and also hoping for clean racing. So here we go now for the start of the Grand Prix, and Lowline is gonna guide you to the race start and see how will this race go, and I'm absolutely excited for this one. Make sure you are ready, ladies and gentlemen, on the stream. 12 viewers, make sure you all are ready there, because this was going to be a great one.
So then, reading up on the grid is Shortbread. Is Scowdog going to jump Shortbread off the line? It's going to be a very interesting race to see. I have a feeling there could be a little bit jumping going on, but you never know. I still can't get a good camera angle.
It will come at the race start. Here we go.
There you go. It's 5 lights now. They're revving up their engines. It's lights out and away we go. And just like I said, Skeldog didn't get that bad of a start. Shortbread covers to the inside to cover him off. Skeldog breaks later. There's contact. And that's almost a spinner. Is that Alpine, not Simon, that Apex. Shortbread retains the lead with Skeldog P2. Simon, that Apex P3. Billy Misu P4. Very close behind him is Liam. There's actually a spinner there. Joan B. Surreal has unfortunately left the session.
Yeah,
Skeldog.
Yep.
Right, our Peter spun, unfortunately. Bearsy has now overtaken Joan B. Surreal, who has disconnected. Is Bearsy going to go for the move on Cammy down the inside into the hairpin? Yes, he is. He breaks later. He's going to send it down the inside. It's a lovely move from the Hash driver, but can he keep it in front of him? Yes, he can. Is your answer. There is your race start. It's been a very interesting one. Can Liam make a send on Billy Mesa, or is he just too far away? I think he is just too far away. As Bearsy goes for it. Don't think he will though.
But here goes Mario maybe for a move. Keycheck, the two Williams then side by side through turn the second hairpin, basically kind of a hairpin-esque corner, but at the moment everyone nicely clearly off. Shawbread's nicely off. Sunlight Apex slowly losing time to Skeldog here, as they will be trying to control the pace. Jamie Swirl all over Brown, but obviously Jamie Swirl's under AI control.
Is this the final round, by the way, or is there another one next? Penultimate. Right. Okay. Yes. Well, I unfortunately, yet again, I have to go. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
I do have to go. I'm sorry.
Yes, that's fine.
Hopefully the race goes well. Ooh. And oh, actually, there was contact between Keycheck and Mario there, but hopefully the race goes well. I'll be back for the final round. What track is it? It's for the final round? China. Oh, that's going to be a good final round. I'll be back for the final round. Not China.
I think it's China. I'm going to have a quick
well, whatever it is, I'll be back. I'll be doing the whole thing. Thanks a lot, Zexkai. Have a great rest of your weekend, and have a good week.
Yeah, but actually it's going to be Brazil for the final round, so it's going to be very interesting. But anyway, goodbye, Low Lion.
Thank you.
And you can... and that is Opita absolutely revving out the track, and the suspension absolutely loose. But anyway, we've got here maybe Spamel trying to do something. to JMB's real boat. I loved how it looked like that Peter just absolutely revving to the wall there, but Lowline leaving us unfortunately. But at the moment, as now my interval gaps have absolutely glitched, so I don't know what the gaps are. Fortunately, thank you, Codemasters. But Shortbread leading us off the line here is about to become lap 3 of this Grand Prix now, so DRS will be enabled in this lap. And it will be now very easy to overtake with the DRS, super powerful obviously, around Kota. So into turn 1 here, let's see what overtakes, so obviously will tumble. Ooh, Billy Musa there visually looking there, he gets a bit of oversteer there and gets all loose there, and now that will help Liam get even closer to Billy Musa. Bears is the first driver in this Grand Prix to get a 3-second time penalty for track limits, as he's all over the McLaren ahead of him, as the Haas is going to try and maybe make a move on Liam, but he's gaining a lot. Mario now ahead of Brown and into the hairpin. He is well ahead. Brown trying to send it here on Mario. Mario does give it just about enough room, but Brown really being very, very, very aggressive at the start of this Grand Prix, maybe trying to get past Mario, but Mario is just about ahead. Billy Misu and Liam having a nice battle here. Billy Misu just about leaving enough racing room, but now Liam's going to try and go round the outside of Billy Misu, but now he's going to try and go down the inside at the hairpin. Billy Misu make contact, and Billy Misu and Liam make some contact. They're still side by side. It's nearly 3 wide into the Turkey S section, and this is great racing. Baines is going to try and go round the outside of all of them. Billy Misu does try to dance fantastically round the outside of both drivers and managed to get up to P4. Bailey's done a very good job there, but DRS now going to be online for the Haas driver. He's going to have a very easy overtaking chance on Billy Musa into turn 1. Billy Musa will have the switchback, and that is definitely switchback, nearly contact, but Liam's going to try and dance around the outside. Bit of contact between Bezzy and Liam. Bezzy going to try and dance to the outside. If he can make this mistake, that would just be mythical from the Haas, but he can't quite do so. But Cammy, Mario and Brown are going to start slowly creeping up to this battle, as it's going to be a very interesting one. So we're now into the hairpin. Skeldog actually took the lead after all that. Mr. Skeldog takes the lead, and Bezzy and Mario and Cammy having a fight here. Both will have DRS. It's going to be a drag race to the hairpin, but Cammy has no ERS to play with, as here goes now Shortbread on Skeldog. Skeldog will have the switchback, and now they're going to be battling here. Someone going super deep. That's Liam there into the hairpin, and now Bezzy and Billy Musa making contact once again, and Bezzy going to try and go down to the inside as Bezzy barges Billy Musa off the track. There, bit of contact could have been front wing damage for Bezzy. Shortbread all over now. Skeldog managed to defend the position from Shortbread, as now Shortbread will have a great chance into turn 1 if he gets the nice. Now he gets the power down, and DRS will be enabled. Let's go in the front wing of the McLaren, and let's see, will Shortbread make a dive to the inside, but he thinks better of it and stays into behind him, as Liam now trying to fight with Bezzy. Bezzy managed to sweep around the outside and get the move done, and that is Bezzy up to P4. Billy Musa down to P6 now. Liam slow around the S's here. Billy Musa going to try and do something about it, maybe make up a move. He's going to try and dance around the outside, but it was really a low chance of that happening. Mario gets a 3-second time penalty of multiple warnings, as Mario trying to get past these pack of cars, as we might see another chance of overtaking. Skeldog's got absolutely zero ERS. He's tanked down. Simon at Apex is super close behind as well, as we could see a move now. Liam round the outside of Bezzy into this is turn 12, yes it is turn 12, and managed to get the move done. Bezzy has a bit of internet lag, Billy Musa, they're going off the track, they're very wide into turn 13, into turn 14, Mario will have the nice switchback. That is the switchback of dreams. Now Mario's going to try and go down around the outside of the turkey 7 and 8 section, but Mario stays behind. And that was going to be a very great move if he could try and dance around the outside. But Billy Musa gets a 3-second time penalty, and we've got some drivers now into the pits. Cammy, Mario are one of them, and we've got some drivers now going for a very early stop and maybe trying to look for a very big and undercut. But thank you Remy Yashrin for the sub with Prime for 2 months now, so thank you very much for that sub. We appreciate that, and thank you for continuing it. So yeah, man like Simon still for the win. Yeah, exactly. Mr. Simon will be in contention for the race win. He's very close in the DRS zone, but Shawbread is all over Skeldog. Now into turn 11, now into turn 12 will come very soon. Now here goes Shawbread. It's going to be one of the easiest passes you'll have for this weekend in the weekend league, and he dances past Skeldog and into turn 12. He's clearly ahead before that corner, and DRS really making that move stick. Into 12 as Bearsy and Liam are having a nice fight here into turn 13. Bearsy going to have the switchback and he tries to dance it to the inside, but he doesn't manage to make a stick, as he's going to try and take the long way, and he does try to make it work, but he does get a bit twitchy on the rear, and that's not going to help him at all here, as Bearsy still trying to do something about it. Skeldog into the pits now. Man's going to go for the medium tyres as Liam, Bearsy stay out. Billy Musa into the pits now as he goes for his final stop with the Ferrari mechanics, as there is Skeldog now for his final visit with mechanics here for a pit stop, and as well as Brown into the pits. And that is all the drivers in the pit at the moment, and everyone else is out. But some of the Apex might have a very good chance of getting past Shawbread here, but Shawbread looking very quick here. Simon using a bit of ERS there to stay in that DRS zone, because if he does it, that it's going to be very hard to overtake, because obviously DRS is such a big key. Billy Musa had carried out fighter here at the S's, but Billy Musa dances around the outside to the outside and manages to get the move done on the Aston Martin, so moves up into P11, and obviously got some drivers here still due to pit in this phase of the Grand Prix, but we're halfway through here, and it's going to be a very interesting part. But Liam now trying to get past Bearsy. Bearsy tries to have a go at Liam here. This is turn 12. This is going to be a very interesting battle here, and so Remy Adrian supporting Simon there to try and make the Dutch people proud, and definitely he will try, as maybe he's looking super quick. He's going to try and dance around the outside of turn 17, and now into the inside of turn 18. You don't see overtaking, and that's why you don't see overtaking into turn number 18. It's because of how many spins and how many contact. There's so big contact there, and that is why we don't see moves into turn 18, because of contact being very likely, as Shawbread now outside the pits, and there is Skeldog side by side with Spannel. DBD now fighting with Spannel here, but Spannel down still, but now someone's slowing down Ring very heavily, but it's almost Liam cuts him off there. Ooh, Liam cuts someone off. Ooh, that's Skeldog getting a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, and very unfortunate for him, as that is not going to be very good for his own Grand Prix. So let's see how will this one go for the Mercedes, as he's just about 1.5 seconds behind him, so he's lost a bit of ground and he's out of DRS reach. DBD will have a nice chance to get past Spannel here, and let's see, he's going to have the overspeed, and let's see the two Honda engines going against each other. DBD is going to try and send it to the inside. Spannel just about leaves enough room for DBD to make turn 12, and the Red Bull trying everything to try and get past Spaniel, but Spaniel stays ahead. Simon at Apex is behind him now, and he's going to try and do something. But DBD is going to be pretty much defensive. Simon going to try and go down the inside, but just at the right moment, Simon at Apex backs out. Oh, at the racing line. And James will trying maybe to retaliate, but James is struggling here with 7-lap old tyres. Liam goes interestingly on the hards there. I'm not sure why the McLaren team put it on that, but very unfortunate for him that's happened, so you'll be pretty slow on those white striped tyres. So Skeldog now, his objective is definitely to try and get past Shortbread here, but he's got that 3 seconds, so he needs to get past him and make a 3-second gap if he wants to win this race. Let's have a quick insight and see how is doing Shortbread is doing with warnings. One warning to Skeldog at the moment, and it's going to be super interesting as Skeldog, I believe, got another penalty. I'm not sure, but I am incorrect. And Kirsche get the 3 second time. Yes, the other fact in sector 2, there's 2 drivers off. That's Brown and DBD. It looks like they might have made some contact there between both of them, and Brown and DBD are very close to each other, and there possibly have been a lot of friction, and that's DBD trying to go round the outside at the end of the S section here, and there's contact between Brown and DBD. Got a nice fight here, and they're going to be side by side still. And let's see, for the near bottom of the grid, but DBD will have the DRS, but Brown is not going to have a chance to get past DBD. DBD's going to be clearly ahead into turn 12. As yeah, this is a very nice battle, and Strawberry gets the fastest lap, 1 minute 34.854. That's the fastest lap we have seen in this Grand Prix. And James will now into the pits, and he's going to try and maybe do something, but I don't think it's going to be enough for points, as Shortbird's slowly extending that gap to Skeldog. So Skeldog might just start to lose and that is even more pain for Skeldog. He's got 6 seconds of penalties now. Simon at Apex, I'll have a quick look to him. He's got at the moment 2 warnings, 1 more warning, and that is a 3-second penalty against his name. And yeah, so Billy Misu now is super close to Mario here, so maybe he might make a move here into turn 12 this lap and this straight. So let's see, DRS will be enabled for him, and he's probably not going to make the move there. It's a bit too far, but he's closing ever so slightly, and a nearly 20 miles per hour gap there, and Mario does manage try to manage to stick to P5, but Billy 4, I mean, but Billy Misu up to P4 now, into the top 5, more deep in there, so he's digging deep there, try and maybe go to 3rd, but he's got 5 seconds to make up if he wants to try and make that, but it's going to be very difficult for him to do that. So Shortbread setting another fast lap at 1 minute 34.8, and Shortbread's just pulling away here from Skeldog, so it might look like another 2 out of 2, and it's going to be so interesting to see how will this one go. Our Peter's DNF'd, so that's going to be, I believe, not double DNF, but it's going to be DNF for one Aston Martin and another DNF for another Aston Martin. Skeldog gets another 3-second time penalty, and I believe that Skeldog will still finish 3rd, but if he gets more penalties, then he'll definitely be out of the top 10, but he's definitely not getting the win unless he manages to get past Shortbread spins, and absolutely calamity occurs. I'm not sure, but Bears gets the 3 seconds. And Belgium is out of this Grand Prix. I'm not sure why he's retiring. That could be a safety car. But Bearsy, I'm not sure what's happened to him, but something has happened to the house, and I think he's just manually retired here. But yeah, no safety car to occur in this Grand Prix, so 2 retirees in this Grand Prix at the moment. Shortbread still just extending that gap even more every lap. It looks to be a very easy win there for Shortbread, and worked really hard for it. So another double maybe for Shortbread, but Mario is going to try and overtake Billy Mizu here for fourth here, which is, and Liam gets a 3-second time penalty. So here goes maybe Mario on Billy Mizu here into turn one, but I think he's just a bit too far to make a move unless he makes a very drastic dive, but he's going to try and scare Billy Mizu to go deep, but I believe that has not helped him, but they're going to be super close into the S section, and not enough laps. Yeah, definitely not enough laps for a safety car, and there will be no chance for that, so it's going to be now a sprint to the finish line here in Kota. So I pushed and got 2 penalties. Ooh, well, that's really unfortunate for you, Bezzy, because it was going to be such a good race, but it's not been on your side. So let's see, can Mario maybe make a move on Billy Mizu? But Billy Mizu is probably going to look very easily ahead of Mario into turn 12, and yeah, so Shortbread's still just absolutely flying here, and he's really in the comfort seat, and Simon's slowly gaining on Skeldog. So Skeldog's pace at the end of the race has been pretty shocking, I should say, and Shortbread now, is he going to maybe take a faster lap, but he is about second off if he wants to try and do that. But Mario on Billy Mizu, they're super close. Mario gets the 3-second penalty, a time penalty for multiple warnings. That is track limit warnings. As here goes maybe Mario is slightly closer, and last lap, we're now into the penultimate lap of this US Grand Prix, as Spal gets a 3-second time penalty, and Mario's still behind here as he can't retaliate on Billy Mizu in the Ferrari. So Mario's going to set behind him, but Mario is definitely pushing all he can, the Spanish driver, doing all he can to maybe salvage a very good P4. Camis might get involved in this fight if they'll end up wheel to wheel, Mario and Billy Mizu, but it's going to be a very interesting fight between the pair of them, as Billy Mizu makes a bit of a mistake. They goes a bit too deep there. Now he does manage to get the power down, and Billy Mizu now going to be pretty much defenseless here. Billy Mizu going to defend this one. He weaves to the inside, and Mario's going to try and dance around the outside. Very late braking from him, but Billy Mizu retaliates, and now Billy Mizu's going to try and dance around the outside. The move's not quite done for Mario. Mario loses the rear there, and now Cammy's going to gain a lot of time, and now Mario's just about outside the second. And now Shortbread's going to now start the final lap of this US Grand Prix. Now he's just going to drive to the line here after such a dominant display from the British driver, but Mario now just about 6/10 short to Billy Mizu. So I don't think Billy Mizu will be able to stick to P4. It's going to be very interesting. So Billy Mizu's now going to be increasingly under pressure here, as it's going to be very interesting, because I'm really excited for this battle between Billy Mizu and Mario, as they are going to try and fight here on the final lap of this US Grand Prix. It's going to be super intense, and Mario's just about 4/10 behind here. All he's got to do is stay close, and hopefully Billy Mizu makes a mistake into turn 11 and the exit of 11, and hopefully get into turn 12. He's just about 5/10. Using the battery here to get as close as he can. He tries to get a good exit here, and he does get a good exit, but a bit maybe too far here. It's going to be an absolutely big fight to the line here. It's going to be interesting, but Mario's going to have to do a subtle dive, as he's going to force Billy Mizu to brake late, but I don't think it's going to be enough for him. And it's going to be this man once again, the Weekend League World Champion, is going to get P1 after such a dominant display. He's got 2 wins out of 2 at Zandvoort. He's going to take the win once again, and that's going to be 4 wins in 4 races for the McLaren. Skeldog down to P3. Simon that Apex that takes a very good race and gets into P2. Very good there from him. Billy Musa to P4, Cami P5, Mario P6, Liam 7th, Kishek into P8, Spanel into 9th as DPD. As now Spanel's going to cross the line to take P9 here. And Shortbread is going to win the US Grand Prix as we go now. DPD's going to cross the line, take 10th, and the top 10. James Rill takes P11, just outside the points. Brown, not a good weekend for the Williams driver, so he's going to definitely hope for something better for next week at Brazil at Interlagos. And Brown really does not like his track, so he'll definitely be happy that he's not going to race at this track for the weekend league, hopefully, anymore. But Brown goes through the final corner and he's going to get the line and take P12 for the US Grand Prix. But that is going to be the US Grand Prix 2 out of 2 for Shortbread, which is just absolutely astonishing for the British driver. But anyway, thank you guys for joining. So we're going to now quickly see the results and relive them, retell them once again. So here we go now. So we have got Shortbread taking the win with the fastest lap. The Simon that Apex with P2 after Skeld again, penalties P3, P4, Billy Misu Kami P5, maintaining that great display of talent for him, and Mario P6 and Lim P7. So Mario in the Scottish sandwich there. So yeah, so Mario splitting the Scottish drivers, and Mario P6, Liam P7, Kishek 8th, Spanel takes P9, DBD another points finish for him, really pretty happy with that. Jean Bisrow outside the top 10 unfortunately, after such a good display. Unfortunately he has not done got another points finish and he gets P11. Brown, P12 and Bearsy and RP are the ones who were retired in this Grand Prix sadly, but that is going to be the Weekend League round number 5 or race 9 and 10. So join us soon. But anyway, we're going to have a rundown of how will this week look like very soon. So thank you guys for joining anyway. So whoever's now just leaving, have a great evening everyone. And yeah, so for tomorrow, the Academy League, and that's going to be Nancy commentating around Russia, the Sochi Autodromo circuit. That's going to be a very interesting one. With Tuesday, me and Geek Fusion, I believe, maybe not. It might just be me, might not just be me. Hopefully, but anyway, Tuesday's going to be around Russia in the Freshman League. Wednesday, the same with Tuesday and Bon Evil commentating. Now on Thursday, it's going to be me and Dan maybe for Thursday in around Russia. So it's going to be Russia for F1 on Friday. I believe GT Sport has just finished, or if there is on Friday, Natty will be doing Group A and Group B for Friday and Saturday on commentary. For GT Spawn on Sunday, this time next week, will be the Weekend League for the final round at Interlagos. And that one's going to be a very interesting one, obviously. High speed corners and very interesting overtaking plays, obviously very easy. So let's see how will that one go. So thank you guys for joining. Thank you for obviously Remy Ashwin, Tabby Dobdex, Gavra Racing, Bearsy, Piero and all that. Thank you guys for the subs, thank you for everything, and I'll see you very soon, and catch you guys very soon. I'll see you guys in the foreseeable future, and I hope you guys have a great evening and obviously a great week. And yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys.